Brightest blessings, everyone. I want to talk to you today about something that's been bothering me. What do people think of when I say the word Planned Parenthood? What do you think of that? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? Is it some big evil corporation that wants to kill babies? Not even one that performs a service like abortion. I mean, we're talking run by liberals who want to basically kill babies. We're talking about people who actually get pregnant on purpose, or if you're a male, impregnate people on purpose, just for the pure and simple fact of killing them. Well, we all know that sounds really stupid. I know it sounds pretty stupid to me. But there are actually people, well-known people actually have a medium for projecting themselves on television nationwide, worldwide. Pat Robertson, for example. He actually said this about abortion, that people actually do not just believe that abortion should be legal, that it is a service that is needed, but actually people get abortions, they actually get pregnant on purpose to kill the children, because that's what liberals do, because they're bloodthirsty motherfuckers. Well, he didn't say those exact words, because he's a man of God, yes. But I'm sorry, it's just as bad to say something like that exactly in the words that I said as it is to infer something like that when you know it's an out and out lie. Whether you agree that abortion is right or wrong, you have to understand, you have to know, unless you really don't have much upstairs, that that is not the actual truth, that people will actually get pregnant in order to be able to kill a child. Wow. With this, things like this going on, and people calling strongly, it's like a movement now for the government to defund Planned Parenthood, I felt the need to do this video. They need someone speaking up on their behalf, because I believe Planned Parenthood is a very needed resource in the community, in everybody's community, no matter what faith that you follow, or lack of faith, or anything. Man, woman, child, even if you are pro-life. Okay, with a thing as big as Planned Parenthood, and with something like Planned Parenthood, when you talk about it, when you speak about it, the first thing you think of is abortion. So let's get this clear right now. Does anybody know exactly what percentage of that business is actually performing abortions? Well, let's think. With something, you think of Planned Parenthood right off the way, bam, abortion, whether you're for it or against it. So a company like that, or anything like that, you would probably guess it has to be probably about 90%, possibly 80, okay, maybe 75. Certainly couldn't be under 50%, not with that much rhetoric about abortion and Planned Parenthood. It sounds like it would be, certainly, definitely not below 50%. It has to be at least 50% of what they do. Is it? Well, if you actually look it up, look it up, people. Don't take my word for it. Again, I'm begging you, don't take my word for it. Look it up. Call them. Go on the internet. The internet age is so wonderful. You don't have to get off your fat ass, walk to the library or wherever in the hell you do your research. You sit down in front of a computer and type. Oh my goodness. Abortion is exactly 3% of what Planned Parenthood does. That's it. 3%. You know, with someone who is so against abortion that they're going to stand out of a Planned Parenthood and harass people going in, never mind they have no clue what the fuck they're going in for. They could be going in there for prenatal care that they can't afford. Never mind that, but they're going to sit there and harass people mercilessly who go in there just because they're afraid they're going to get an abortion. Why don't you go to the places where that gives most abortions, and that is your local hospital. Yeah, but you can't do that, can you? No. But I'd like to see you try. Well, all right, so if abortion isn't most of what Planned Parenthood does, and it's only 3%, well, what does Planned Parenthood do? Well, let's find out. At 35%, which is the highest of what Planned Parenthood does, it's contraception promotion. That's giving out contraceptions, making, whether it be condoms, foam, sponges, prescriptions for birth control pills, and also contraception education. You know, showing people how to use the contraception so these children, these babies, these unborn fetuses don't have to be destroyed. Wow, that seems pretty fucking evil if you ask me. Okay, coming in at number two, at a very close number two, at 34% of what they do is STD testing and treatment. And you're saying, Deb, well, why don't people just go to the damn hospital or to their doctor for something like this? Well, gee, not everyone has insurance, like me and many other people. And some people do have insurance, but more and more and more people are running into the problem, since if they do have insurance, that basically all they're doing is paying for the privilege of saying that you have health insurance, because every single year the cost rises and what covers lowers. Yes. And then on top of that, if that wasn't bad enough, with the cost rising every year to get the insurance and your deductible rising every year for your insurance to kick in and pay what the fuck it's supposed to pay, and for your coverage going down steadily every single year, if not quicker, then you also, it's like paying for the privilege of just saying, I have health insurance, which really is not doing anyone any good. And it's becoming like that more and more every year. More and more people have health insurance for the namesake only. Yes. So that's why Planned Parenthood does this. It does this for people who cannot afford to go to the hospital, who cannot afford a doctor, who cannot afford health insurance, who cannot be covered by health insurance, whose health insurance is too fucking expensive to actually even fucking use it. That's what Planned Parenthood is for. See, what else do they do? About 17% of what they do, still much higher. Even though 17% is a very low percentage of what someone does, it's still much higher than what they're mainly known for, which is abortion, only at 3%. They screen for cancers such as breast cancer, cervical cancer, testicular cancer. So that's health-related stuff. Again, shit that should be done in the hospitals and at your family doctors. Well, if you have a family doctor, if you have insurance. But again, they're picking up the slack for the health insurance company, because, you know, these conservative people that don't want Obamacare, that are scared shitless of the public option choice. Yes. But what else do they do? Okay. All right. Below 17%, they do everything else. They do vasectomies. They do menopausal treatment. They do prenatal health care for those women who have gotten pregnant, who want to keep the child, but can't afford health insurance to take care of their baby before it's born. You know, to take care of that precious thing that you are fighting tooth and nail for. People cannot afford to go to the hospital, do not have a family doctor to take care of this stuff. Sometimes they do, but they cannot afford to use their insurance, God for fucking bid. But they love their children just as much as you think they should. And they want to carry this child to term. And they will fight tooth and nail to have a healthy baby boy or girl. Exactly what you want from them. And how are they able to do this? Enemy number one, public enemy number one, Planned Parenthood. If it wasn't for them, they'd be the next one on the abortion table. Bye-bye. But no one who disagrees with Planned Parenthood, who wants Planned Parenthood not funded, will ever admit to this. And I think that's sad. You know, whether you're for or against something, you shouldn't sit there and try to pull the wool over people's eyes as to what exactly they are and what exactly they do. If you're going to dislike something and you want to drive them out of business or out of town or off the planet, then do it for the facts and what they actually do. Brightest blessings, everyone. And I hope you learned something.